Yes, for the past 1 week, the woman representative of Kiambu County, Gathoni WAMUCHOMBA, has always come out to attack President William RUTO and the entire UDA, citing that William RUTO is gagging Parliament. In fact, Gathoni WAMUCHOMBA was among the few UDA MPs who voted against the housing levy. Gathoni WAMUCHOMBA comes from the county which the former President UHURU Kenyatta comes from. And it is said that UHURU Kenyatta is using Gathoni WAMUCHOMBA to wreck the UDA. We all know the former President UHURU Kenyatta never wanted RUTO to become president. In fact, even after William RUTO winning the presidency, the former President UHURU Kenyatta continued to be hostile to the regime. To an extent, he used to sit in the meetings of the opposition leaders. So in this episode, I've come to talk about how UHURU Kenyatta is using Gathoni WAMUCHOMBA to wreck the UDA, what it means for the Kenyan politics, and most importantly, the study materials we can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to let you know that if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. There is a lot of content of this nature. If your politics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. Gathoni WAMUCHOMBA, it's not the first time Gathoni WAMUCHOMBA, the woman representative of Kiambu, has come out to critique the president, has come out to vote against the UDA policies. Normally, it is normal for any MP to divert from the majority decision. It's normal. In fact, it shows democracy. But when a particular MP does so on each and every time, when that particular MP comes out in public to critique his party, to fight his party, to fight his leadership, then a lot of questions must be asked. Before I speak on Gathoni WAMUCHOMBA, let me first give you the tapes. Here is the tape.
But unfortunately, that does not happen in Kenya, and especially in this current parliament. Last parliament, we have a small window. We had a small window where I would wait for my president, for example, in Kiambu, and I would whisper to him and tell him, you know, Your Excellency, you promised to do 1, 2, 3 in this area, and you forgot. Your Excellency, allow me to go and bring this question in parliament so that your cabinet secretary can come to parliament and answer and say what we did. Of course, the president would protect his cabinet secretary, but we had that window where we would remind him. In this parliament, we are not even allowed to remind the president that you promised this and this. So I've heard all those narratives, people saying, oh, you know, she's related to UHURU Kenyatta, that is why she speaks the way she speaks. Oh, she's married in this family which is related to so-and-so. All that kind of nonsense. We have a parliament that is somehow captured. A parliament that is so much influenced by the executive that we have lost the freedom to speak freely like members of parliament. To some extent, I feel like I'm gagged, like I am being patronized.
That is Gathoni WAMUCHOMBA. First of all, for those who don't remember, there are very many people who entered UDA because they wanted to be voted for, because UDA was popular in the mountain region. But some of them never wished UHURU Kenyatta and Rigathi Gachagua to be president. Gathoni WAMUCHOMBA, before joining UDA, was a fierce critic of President William RUTO and a fierce defender of UHURU Kenyatta. In fact, at a certain point, no one never knew that Gathoni WAMUCHOMBA would later join UDA. Gathoni WAMUCHOMBA used to critique the deputy president and the president now, defending UHURU Kenyatta, saying all manner of words against William RUTO and Rigathi Gachagua. For those who don't remember, let me first play you some of the tapes when Gathoni WAMUCHOMBA was doing this. Here is the tape.
Lakini kuna watu wanakuja huku Kiambu, na mheshimiwa Speaker, ni vizuri nikuambie, wanakuja huku hawapigii county commissioner simu, hawapigii PS simu, hata WAMUCHOMBA michi eno original haiwezi itwa. Miradi inalonchiwa huku na hatujui. Hiyo ni kuingia bedroom kwa mtu, na hiyo ni uchokozi. na nataka kuambia hapa hadharani, hata kama sitakangi kuongea siasa kwa mazishi, wakome. Respect His Excellency Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Respect wana Kiambu. Respect viongozi wa Kiambu. Tuheshimiane, my friend.
So you clearly see that Gathoni WAMUCHOMBA had a history of critiquing William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua. Gathoni WAMUCHOMBA had a history of not believing in the William Ruto's administration, and it is not new. Okay? But I think when he saw that maybe voters wanted UDA, she decided to cross. That's why even when she crossed to UDA, it made a lot of news, because no one expected Gathoni WAMUCHOMBA to come into the UDA. There are very many such MPs in the UDA who crossed because of getting votes, but not because they felt like William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua were the capable candidates in 2022. When Gathoni WAMUCHOMBA crossed, there were a lot of news. In fact, here is what she had to say. Here's the tape.
To politics now. In Kiambu, woman Representative Gathoni WAMUCHOMBA has shifted her political allegiance from Kialoweke in Jubilee Party to Deputy President William Ruto's United Democratic Alliance, or UDA. WAMUCHOMBA, who for weeks has been sending mixed signals on a political stand, visited Ruto's official residence in Karen, where she formally joined the Tanga Tanga axis. She was a fierce defender of President Uhuru Kenyatta and a foremost Ruto critic when the Jubilee Party imploded. She was accompanied to Karen by Kikuyu MP Kimani Ichung'wah, Kabete lawmaker Githua Wamashokoro, and Ndia MP George Kariuki.
So you clearly see that Gathoni WAMUCHOMBA, since he didn't believe in William Ruto's administration at first, so there are some dark forces which are using him to fight the William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua administration. Okay, that's why he's wrecking the boat from within. That's why she's coming out to fire salvos each and every time he has dissenting views with the president. Okay, so Gathoni WAMUCHOMBA is being used. Gathoni WAMUCHOMBA is being given money by Uhuru Kenyatta and Azimio fellows to fight the Kenya Kwanza government, and she does this by always coming out to promote Uhuru Kenyatta, the former president, as he downplays the effort of William Ruto. We all know Uhuru Kenyatta comes from Kiambu, the county she represents. Okay, so she uses the name of Uhuru Kenyatta to further his own agenda as he's fighting William Ruto. This is not the way she must handle business. Of course, that's my opinion. Do drop me your comments by commenting about this. Thank you very much for listening in. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, I implore you to subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. I'll see you on another one. Peace.